Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour, episode 2 of season 2. We got a little up in the house. Welcome, Jandler.
Welcome, Choey. It just kind of sticks there.
Yeah, mine did too. I was like, hey, come on.
Yeah, like it froze.
No.
I thought like we were lagging or something, and it just kind of stopped. All right.
It's all.
So
You're like, what are you doing over there, man?
yeah, I
Hey,
know.
So,
I'm sorry.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
Are you giving the last little promo I saw you do for us?
Yeah.
Are you channeling, like, is there like some sort of confession you need to make? Like, you were super excited when New Kids and Backstreet Boys that collaborated? What's up with that one?
Is it one of the digital shorts? Is that what you're talking about?
It's you look like you could be like, what's the new, I don't know, BTS or whatever the new little Korean kids are. Like you have like on like a Michael Jackson vest and you're all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Watch Choey and Jandler. Is there a pizza?
That is a cologne commercial. It's Choey and Jandler, authentic fun time. I thought you.
God.
That's why there was a cologne bottle. It was a cologne commercial. So I was looking up a lot of a lot of cologne commercials are like silly as, right? They don't make any sense, and there's a lot of whispering and stuff. So I tried to make it a cologne commercial style. That's what I was doing. That's why at the end it was like Choey and Jandler, authentic fun time. And
because I sat there and was watching it, and at first I had the sound down, so like I just was like, what is he? I was like, is he like what is he doing with this? And it's like that's just the whole like concept that stuck in my head was like, it's all Jandler Jackson, Mr. Bing if you're nasty. It's like wait,
JJ, right? Trish. No, like it literally was just I have so many digital short theme ideas, right? Like I started one yesterday that I'm gonna do at the end of this season, like going into the summer. I think it'll be like a perfect lead-in. So, but yeah, it's cool.
Anything to do with dropping a deuce?
No. Oh no. that was
episode of the season. We're dropping the deuce. See you in a couple months for 3.
You can do that as a sign off though. But that dropping a deuce line, the tagline, that was originally. That was the line I forgot to put in when I did the Saratoga pencils.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I was gonna be like, we're dropping a deuce, but I just totally forgot about it. And then I was like, nah, I don't feel like going back and fixing
That's
it.
what it was there, because the other day I was sitting there telling somebody about it at work, and I was like, it's the funniest thing, but I couldn't find it. Like for some reason, like my phone wasn't working, so I was like, and I was like, what is the name of the pencil? Because I was like, it's not Ticonderoga, because that's the one.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Make it up fun. Speaking of, you're talking off camera, mic, whatever you call it, off microphone, about those shorts, and I'm glad you watched those. And I'm really glad I like the whole Ghostbusters music. Kind of works now, doesn't it? That little theme music, like who are you gonna call?
Oh yeah.
Although like there may be one every now and then I might do like a different one just for like a special one. But our most well received digital short was the cooking one. You remember that one? Yeah, it's like you don't want to make Choey mad. Trust me.
So I just want to clarify for Jandler does a wonderful job of marketing. Like he is the marketing power genius, everything behind this. But he does most of the voices for me, so that's not my voice most of the time. Whenever those things, I've been in few commercials for our thing.
It'd be cool to do it. Like if we ever do one, like a phone idea, then we can do it like this or something. Like your voice from down, whatever. But yeah, I would love to start doing more in person. It's just you're a busy guy, so sometimes I got to get it done. All right, real quick.
Stuff happens.
Again, moving on to new things. September 1st. This is episode 2. September 1st. Here's some what would you call it? Like some zany September 1st holidays you may not know about. Did you know September 1st? September 1st is Bring Your Manners to Work Day. So mind your P's and Q's at the workplace on today. And this one, I hope you'll understand why I picked this. And I'm going to ask you in a minute if you think so. September 1st is also Chicken Boy Day. Any idea why I chose to recognize September 1st there, Choey.
Chicken Boy.
Yeah, it's Chicken Boy Day. Why am I referencing Chicken Boy Day?
I don't know.
Oh, you forgot that episode where Bruce Willis is on Friends? And he opened up. He's like, don't you remember? Chicken Boy? Remember he's like, no, he wasn't afraid of chicken. Remember he talked about like being Chicken Boy because he was jumping on that little
Because
pogo
they made
stick
fun
or
of him
whatever?
as a kid.
Yeah, yeah. But they made fun of him and he cried.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you get that reference there, Choey.
That's what I was like. I was like, Chicken Boy's an actual thing.
It is. Well, apparently somebody paid at least $5,000 to get Chicken Boy Day recognized. So that's another reason. That's another reason. It's like we're trying to get ads. Imagine if we got $5,000 ads. Hey, Choey, should we use this money to buy better equipment or to get an official holiday? Probably be an easy answer there, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because I think our equipment works well enough. Like I would like a Choey and Jandler holiday.
Then we get T-shirts and stuff, right? All right. I think we've talked about this before, but we'll chat on the phone, and I'll be like, "I'll save it, man. Don't waste the material for the podcast." This summer, I was thinking about that, and this line popped in my head. What movie is this? We wasted the good surprise on you.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
Catching Choey slipping today, man.
I am. It's not. It's Adam. It's not Happy.
It is an Adam Sandler movie. You're there. You're halfway there.
It's Big Daddy.
It is Big Daddy. Good job. Bing, 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 bing. I don't have a good bell.
Like, I can see it. I can see it making fun of it.
Yeah, it is a good Big Daddy. So that's what I think about now every time I talk. We wasted a good surprise on you, man. Congrats. All right. So I was telling you last episode, I'd come up with the idea of kind of like Flat Stanley, where we do a flat Choey and Jandler, and then you made it better because I wanted to like actually mail it around the world. You're like, dude, it's 2023, make it digital. And so I've worked on this thing digitally, and I've created something, and I'm having a teacher kind of help me just kind of with the fine tuning, right? And so anyway, after when I had that idea and I turned it over to her, I got really upset because I was like, man, tell me if this ever happens to you. Like you send somebody a text or an email, like a question, and then I'll respond to you. Well, it was a text. I emailed, maybe you wait a little bit longer, but she didn't respond to me at all. And I was kind of getting a little upset. And I was like, man, that's disrespectful. And so, like and then I realized I forgot to hit send on the text message. So I didn't even send it to her. So it's a good thing I didn't yell at her for no reason, man. I would have been like completely.
Joe, what's wrong with you, man? You don't you don't understand. And she's like, what are you talking about? Right here, I sent you. Oh, just kidding.
All right, sir. I need you to. I'm going to ask you a question. And I need you to explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. Okay. How do your 4-day work weeks work in your district?
Oh, they're not hard to. I mean, they're not different. Like basically, well, for the kids and the teachers, they're going to have 4-day work weeks. For anybody that's an admin, it's just a normal school year as far as normal contracts and everything, which sucks for me. But the kids, they bump the school days up 45 minutes longer. So Monday through Thursday, it's 45 extra minutes. But they're doing it August and May. They're having 5-day school weeks for the long days too. So
beginning and the end of the teacher. Huh? I was saying, so for the beginning, like the beginning and the ending month, but after that, it's just 40 weeks, but they're a little bit longer days.
45 minutes longer, and you can tell, like you feel it because like you get there, you're like, man, I still got like another 2 hours to go instead of like an hour and 15 an hour or so. It's hard.
I know, it's amazing. It's amazing how that happens. What I'm saying, like just a short little amount of time, you're like, man, that's long. All right, hey, so this happened to me. So it happens to be it always happens every summer, and it's always about mid to late July. Start having back to school dreams. They're the worst, right? You ever have back? Oh, well, you probably don't because you didn't really leave the school except for your 3-day weekends. But
Well, not
dude,
anymore. But back as a teacher.
but what's even makes it even more terrifying is when you think it's like legit, right? And you kind of wake up and you're like, oh, I'm late for work. No, I'm not, or I don't know. I always I wake up kind of not screaming, but just being like, man, I'm already thinking about that stuff. I was like, that's insane. That's around the corner.
You you wake up screaming. That's a digital short for you right there. Ah. Um, this is a shout out to all my people and any servers that ever had dreams like this. But like the one thing I used to have all the time, like work dreams when I was waiting tables,
Uh-huh.
is you get off like work in real life, like the reality. Go home, go do whatever, and you dream about waiting tables while you're asleep. And then you wake up and you have to go back to work the next day, and it's just like, dude, like almost like you never left for like a solid 2 straight days, and it's just like, dude, it kills because it's horrible because you wake up like everybody, we're always like the same, and it's like you're in the weeds to where you're just like you can't handle the tables you got, and people keep ordering, and food's never coming, and drinks are never coming, and so people getting all mad at you and pissed, and you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? And like you wake up like, I gotta get more silverware to table 4, and it's like, what?
Do, do you ever sleep wait or sleep bartend? Like you kind of wake up and all of a sudden, like maybe you changed in your PJs or whatever, and in the morning you're like, why am I wearing my uniform? Why have I scribbled down order notes? Does that ever happen?
No,
No.
thankfully no. Oh,
You're like, would you go to a therapist if it did? You're like,
yeah.
I got issues,
Or
doc.
be like, dude, I woke up in the middle of the thing and I was taking the dog's order.
That could be a digital short too. Choey back in the day. And then being like, I got this. I'm a doctor.
Dude, I tell you what, man. Like, it's a kind of a funny joke to think about, but at the same time, when I would go
Yeah.
answer the phone sometimes at school,
Yeah.
because you have like the little like, hey, thank you for calling such and such school, blah blah blah, whatever, right?
Right.
Every once in a while, I'd kick in, and I'd be like, thanks for calling Joe's Craft Shack home of the shit of just kidding. And it's like one of the people like, did I call such and such school? And I'm like, yes, you did. I said
You're like, I don't know. I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like literally, I would be like, "Thank you for," and I would just be like, "Where am I at?" And I mean, I haven't waited tables 13, 14 years, and I'm right back at Joe's. Like, "Hey, thank you for calling such and such."
You reminded me when I was, I think, high school, and this story is gonna be like, yeah, that's why people thought you were high all the time or whatever. But every now and then I'd call people, and in the time I'm waiting for them to pick up, because it's ringing, I forget who I called, right? Because this happened a couple times, and they'd answer, and I'd be like, hello, and they're like, hello, and I'm like, who is this? And
Who is
they're like, you called me, and I'm like, it's like, I was like, bear with me, say something real quick, jog my memory or whatever. But it happened a couple times, and I felt like such an idiot because I was like, yeah, I don't remember what I called you for. I think I said that a couple times too, and they just laugh. People were nice about it. Not that they like cuss me out, but I was just like, I don't remember why I'm calling you. You know.
oh,
So I
can't
had to
blame
take
it
a
on the
sip.
internet.
Yeah, it's the '90s, right? There you
Yeah,
go. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll wrap up the episode. All right, man? Anything you want to
sounds
add?
good, sir. We'll
All
see you
right.
on the backside.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Choey and Jandler. So now it's time for Toast Around the World. All right. So do I still need to give you the countries, or do you think you got it now?
Okay, if I miss one, I'm sorry, but I want to go with
Hey,
Germans.
hey.
Pro.
Oh yeah. Hey, real quick before you do it, we're gonna take it. We're gonna drink afterwards. We're gonna say them all, and then we'll drink afterwards. A little
Okay,
bit
sounds
easier
good.
that way.
All right, so for our German friends, Prost.
Mm-hmm. Prost.
Saude.
So
No, Gunbei. Gunbei.
yeah. For South Korea,
It's Gunbei.
Gunbei.
Then it's Saude for our Brazilian friends.
Brazilian. Yep.
Cheers, English friends.
Cheers, mate. English.
Cheers with the shrimp on the barbie for our Australians.
All right.
Just plain cheers because I don't know. I still haven't looked up
Yeah.
Barbadians. Yeah.
Cheers for Barbados. At least you remember that name, Barbadoan. Barbadoan. All right. So here's two new countries, three new ones. All right, French Canada. It's just Santé.
Santé for the French Canadians. Then it's cheers for the regular Canadians, right?
Actually, it's cheers, you hoser.
Well, I think but you add all the extra part.
I did add the extra part, yeah. But it is cheers, is what they say. And then for Colombia,
and then it's salud.
Salud.
All right.
Oh, 2 big sips there. That's better. You had that spread idea when we were talking, like, what if we get 30 countries? And you're like, no, we're going to do it all at the end. Otherwise, we're going to pass out, you know?
We're just like, oh, okay, we're halfway through it. Don't worry. Okay.
All right, everybody. Come on down to Joking with Jans. That's right. Here's a game show you can play at home and try and test your knowledge and see how many more you get correct than incorrect. So stick around and have fun and laugh listening to Joking with Jans. So this edition of Joking with Jans is going to be a little Dave Letterman top 10 list style, right?
Okay.
I want to kind of see if you can. Well, so the category is the top 10 drinking professions, right? The top 10 professions where people are known to be massive drinkers, right? And kind of see if you can guess. I'm gonna tell you what the teachers are, right? And then see if you can guess some of the others. Because I gotta tell you right now, dude, I was surprised where we are. You want to take a guess where the teachers are? We are top 10, but you want to take a guess where we're at? That's what I thought. We are number 10, man. We barely cracked the top 10. I guess that's a good thing, right? Speaking of, I had somebody. You saw that earlier. Our boy Marshy Marsh, teacher in Oklahoma, got fired for drinking wine on the first day of school. Like.
Dude, what was crazy was were you the one that sent it, or was he the one that sent the one where it looked like they were videoing the lady and she was just talking like it was all good?
Oh, that was him. Because I was trying to get the link. Because I ended up sending that to my teacher friends. And they're all like, what? I didn't realize it was the first day. I just, until I kind of read a little bit more. And I was like, oh. But so that's why I was with you, man. Choey, I thought we'd be number 3. But, all right, so. Can you see? Let's see if you can try and guess the other 9. And
okay. So now I got a little more understanding of what you're saying. So it's the different job categories of people be the heaviest drinkers.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna say bartender. It's got to be on there.
Let me see.
Food service.
Food service. Industry? Food service is not on here. I'm sorry, sir. Maybe they're number 11.
What kind of list is this? Okay, so then attorneys.
Lawyers they're on there. Ding, ding, ding. Do you want to guess what number they are?
I'm going to say 6.
Good guess. They are number 1. The lawyers they drink the most. So lawyers are number 1.
So attorneys are number 1. So we got 1 and 10. So I got to get the heart to this. We're going down the heart of this thing. As much as I don't want to say it, I feel like it'd probably be the air traffic controllers.
See, that's what I thought too. They are not on here though.
Whatever. Liars. Whatever. Okay. Construction workers.
Construction workers are, and I'll give you. Do you think they're top 5 or bottom 5?
Honestly, I would love to say top 5, but I've been wrong the direction so far, so I'm gonna say bottom.
No, well, you were top 5. You should have stuck with your first guess. They're number 4. So right now we have lawyers at 1. Construction workers at 4, teachers at 10. There's still a lot of. Obviously, there's still some holes there. I'm going to give you sanitation isn't on here. No, sorry, I can't give you that one.
What?
Yep, sorry. I was gonna give it to you, but nope.
Dentists.
Yep, I'll give you that. Care. Dentists, doctors, nurses especially, because nurse friendly said they probably party more than teachers, and they do because they come in at number 2.
Two.
Yep, they're number 2.
That's good. So the people that are supposed to keep us the healthiest are the next to worst as far as drinking. That's a good call.
I'm hoping they binge. I'm guessing they just binge whenever they're not here. You know, and I'm kind of give this one away, and I was shocked. Military. Because I can tell you for a fact what the Navy did every time we got a chance to get off work, man. It was like we went to the nearest bar or pub or whatever, man. It was all about partying.
I mean, I'm coming, like, I don't know if Dutch the wears.
All right.
I don't know.
I'll give you the top 5, okay?
Okay.
Lawyers 1.
Yeah.
Healthcare 2. Minors, MENERS, not MINORS, but minors are number 3. Although the other minors probably are up there, if you think about it.
But it's not a profession.
Yeah. Construction workers are number 4. And then entertainers, like movie people, musicians probably especially, but like entertainers.
Well, that's whatever. Crap.
So that's the top 5. You can get 6, 7, 8, and 9?
No, because I mean, I'm like, I don't even know, like, what other kind of categories. I feel like, especially when they get grouped healthcare people, like everybody all together, it's like, what other jobs are there?
Okay, so they have managers number 6. So I guess anyone that's in a management position, right?
Okay.
Real estate people, which I guess they get stressed because they're gonna get stuck because real estate's all about commission, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they freak out about that. Number 8, I think really makes sense if you think of like big cities, like New York especially. Finance people, like day traders, things like that. And then number 9, insurance workers. And then obviously teachers, number 10. So again, top 10 right there. But I will tell you, we're number 10 in drinking, but we are number 3 in coffee drinkers. And doesn't that kind of make you wonder how many of those coffees are actually Irish coffees, Especially
they're there to make up for the last night's alcohol, so they're like having to counterbalance it because they're all out of it.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's not like coffee rehydrates you. I guess it takes care of that hangover.
But it wakes you up because you're all knocked out because of booze.
Hey, I forgot to mention this when we were doing our toast around the world. Congratulations, our cheers mate to Australia and New Zealand because they had they just hosted the Women's World Cup. So, cheers mate to them.
It's just so here because the U.S. ladies got their butts whooped.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get their butts whooped, but they didn't win.
If you lose, you lose.
That's true. If you're not first, you're last. So,
yep.
Ricky Bobby says. But I mean, what sucks for me about the Women's World Cup is it was on the time zone difference, man. It's like every game was like 2 or 3 a.m. So I didn't watch a lot of World Cup, and it wasn't because I didn't want to. It's just because I was like, this sucks, man. It's like, if it was at 6 a.m., it's amazing how 6 a.m. compared to 5 a.m., that's a big difference for me. And that 1 hour is huge. If it had been like at midnight instead of 2 a.m., that's.
Years ago when the Men's World Cup was like early in the morning, I remember setting my alarm and waking up and watching a couple of those games.
Were we in high school or what?
No, it was like our early 20s.
Oh, early 20s? Okay, so I was around the world somewhere. All right. So moving on, this is the last segment of this episode. It's something new, I guess. It's something new for us, right? And then we're gonna do our social media plug. Very similar to our, how I like to just the random facts. So this one is a did you know, and I'm gonna read you the did you know. Then I'm gonna read you a little bit about the did you know. All right. So did you know, Choey, high heels were originally worn by men? Did you know that?
For short guys.
They said in the 10th century, men in Europe adopted the now gendered fashion choice of heels to make it easier to ride horses.
We
Adding
went.
heels to their boots made it easier to stay in the stirrups. As Slate like this article explains, the Persian cavalry were like inch-high heels, and the trend spread to Europe. Since they showed that the wearer owned and maintained horses, high heels became associated with the rich and upper class. But so yeah, men were the first to wear high heels.
So that wraps up this edition of Hijinks and Gamery. Please join us in the future for more laughs, fun, and obviously games here on Joking with Jams.
So yet another instance where Choey and Jandler, you know, we actually teach you something, as you like to point out every now and then, right?
Yeah, true.
We're not just a show for idiots.
Nobody's. Well, you say that, but I don't ever say that. It's hurtful.
Oh, well, I told you. You know what my definition of an idiot is. I mean, I don't. I don't feel bad if someone called me an idiot. I'm not offended. I'm just like, yeah, that's true. Because I think an idiot is someone that's just being silly and goofy anyway. Did you see? I need to. I don't think I sent it to you. I need to send it to you and Marshall. We had our convocation yesterday. Our mascot is a star, so I got to be the mascot yesterday. Like I went to wear this big gigantic star costume, and I got to tell you, whoever designed that costume, I'm not a fan of because the head, like the top point of the star, was on like my forehead, on my back of my head. Like I had like no room. It was actually after a while. Obviously it's hard to breathe in there, but it was like it was starting to be pressure on my neck, man. But dude, this is if I can ever figure out how to do it a digital short like this, I kind of want to, but I kind of want to see like, or in my mind, imagine if you're wearing a mascot costume, like a big obtrusive mascot costume, and you go to like a grocery store, just trying to get down the. Let's think about all the awkwardness when you're trying to get around and how many things you knock over and stuff, dude. Even though my arms kind of came out of the chest or my normal body, obviously I have the star points pointing at the left and the right side, dude. Every time I turned around, I'm hitting somebody. Like, and I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But the big eyes of the mascot were like my nipples on my body. Like that's how it lined up. The nose was like really like my belly button. I was like and then obviously the mouth was in an area that was just like whoa. So that kind of made me think about like what does like see like a mascot try to go to the bathroom, right? Be like the part of the mascot where it'd be coming out. I was like, that's like, what are you doing there, sir? So
Throwing up liquid only.
yeah. I'm just spitting. Don't worry about it. Anyway, do you want to do the social media plug, or do you want me to try it?
This one you got to pop it in with it. So we are on Twitter. Well,
Twitter,
formerly known Twitter, now X, Threads, TikTok, and and Instagram as Choey and Jan, ChoeyNJAN, and on Facebook,
and YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've been doing? And I figured out a better way to do it now too, which is cool. Is when I put the digital shorts on Instagram and TikTok, I download it from TikTok, or I just use that same video, but I put it on YouTube as a short, right? So like YouTube, we have our shorts, and then we have our weekly episodes. So like just trying to get it out there, and I have no idea if that's helped us grow, but I'm gonna say it has, and at least it's fun to do. So,
well, I'm a little sad, honestly, that nobody's. I'm gonna have to like get on the little thing and tell people on my little Facebook thing, be like, hey man, y'all need to hop on and give me a little love.
Like I feel like and I post my teacher jokes daily, and then with our Spotify link. Because here's one of the things, I don't know if I mentioned it last episode, is if people listen to us on Spotify, if they don't have a Spotify account, which is free, and so they're not signed in, it doesn't count as a listener for us. So sometimes that happens, because I know people that have listened to it, but I haven't logged into Spotify. And I'm like, oh. But currently we sit at 89 out of 100. It'd be nice to get 100 because, I mean, not saying we're going to make money, but it sure be cool. Excuse me, if to say that, hey, we get to record ads. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we got that going for us. All right, Choey. So we're going to wrap this up, and we'll be back here in future weeks for more hijinks. I'm sure you'll think of stuff. I'll keep thinking of stuff, and we'll see how stuff. We'll see what's new for both of us, and hopefully, you know, as always, we'll keep thinking about that book idea because that'll be something cool too. But I think it'll be like getting ideas now, then really working on it in the summer. That should be our goal, you know.
Yeah.
Something like that. But all right, dude, and then we'll say goodbye, and I'll hang up, and we'll talk later. All right.
Sounds good, sir. Talk to you.
All right,
Catch everybody else on the flip side.
yeah. Enjoy your evening there, Choey.
You too, sir.
All right. Peace, man.
Bye.